Okay, everybody. Dave from Arachnids. I am absolutely drained. I just shot 40 minutes worth of film and realized when I started watching it that the microphone was not plugged all the way into my phone, so there was absolutely no sound. I'm tired of listening to myself talk, but we're going to get this done. This is all stuff that came this weekend or stuff that I got in at the BNRE, the Buffalo Niagara Reptile Expo. I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can. First of all, I want to start with this. This is an original painting. This is done by Shanti Perez from Super Tarantula. This was a contest victory of mine. One of the few victories that I've ever had in a contest. This is a picture that I took of Nikita, my GBB, as you can see, that I was conned into giving her so she could paint this because I won the contest. And she did a knockout job of this. Look at this thing. The detail. This is acrylic, right, Shanti? I believe this is acrylic painting. I don't know a lot about art, so I believe this is acrylic painting. She wrote me this nice little note that I'll share with you. I hope she doesn't mind. It's not anything weepy or crazy or anything like that. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman. You can just tell with certain people, she's got a heart of gold. She is an extremely talented, gifted artist, writer. Penmanship is just unbelievable. Just a super creative person and a super giving person. And she hasn't been on YouTube very long. And I know when she first started and she joined the YouTube community, she was very, very reluctant to do. She didn't want to get in front of the camera, and which a lot of us don't in the beginning. Some of us just, it's just second nature. Get in front of it. It's not that big of a deal. And once you get in front of the camera and you realize it's not that big of a deal, it gets a lot easier. And it got a lot easier for her. I remember watching her video of her in her backyard with her ducks. And it's just ducks, right? Is there geese back there too, Shawnee? I don't remember. And she was recovering from a broken wrist, and she kind of fell, and she went out looking for whatever in the yard, and then from there she's done some hiking videos. She's gone on vacation, and she did a parody video. It's a song that she wrote, dressed up for. She dresses up as her uncle Tom, I believe. I can't remember, so I hope I got that right. And she sings a song called Eye of the Tarantula, or Eye of the Spider. That's Eye of the Spider. To the tune of Eye of the Tiger from Survivor. Just unbelievably funny. She talks like a Western older gentleman. She's got the beard. She's dressed up as a man. It's just funny. She's nailing the male mannerisms, body postures and stuff like that. Just if you watch it, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Just unbelievably creative. So the letter, and this came in Saturday, I guess, and we have a mailbox. It's like a bank of mailboxes where I'm at, and then there's two mailboxes that for packages come in with a key. So they'll put the key in your mailbox, you open it up. This came in Saturday. I couldn't do anything Saturday. My muscles were junk. Friday, Saturday, just bad days for me. So I didn't even know it came in. And she sent me a message yesterday and wanted to know if everything came in okay. I was like, I'm not home because I was at the BNRE, and then we went to Bradford. So when I got home last night, I stopped at the mailbox, and this was in there. So I opened it up, and I was just speechless, because I saw a picture of it, and it was in the video. She did a video of it. But when you see it in person, the detail here, just unbelievable. The hairs and just the shading and the coloring, just superb. Just really, really, really. And you can see the aquamarine coloring in here and the blue. Just a beautiful job. So the letter says, I'm happy to be part of the Tarantula Club and to have met you. I enjoy your videos because you are personable, knowledgeable, and care about your friends and subscribers. May we only become better friends with time. That's an absolute guarantee. Congratulations guessing the most slings. Amazing. They are so tiny, but they are all eating and moving around. So far, so good. Enjoy, your friend Shanti. And then at the end of the note it says, this note must endure dark forest, haboobs, cluttered alleyways, orangutan sweat, the Mountain K2, and Urban Blight before it reaches you. So if you see what she did, she crinkled it up. She burned the edges. So just the time to do this alone, and make this completely personable. And so we'll save this, and maybe when I have my own dark den space like Petco does, we'll frame this little guy and put it up and then hang the picture. But we're going to use this picture for a lot of backdrops now for a lot of my videos. So this is an excellent thing for me to use. It's bigger than just that piece of wood that I put behind here, and I've already shot some stuff and it looks really, really nice with that as a backdrop. So that's what we're going to use it for now, and then we'll figure out a place to hang it later. My problem is I don't have a lot of wall space in here because there's tarantulas stacked to the damn ceiling. So, and I don't want to take my only two pictures left that my wife has in here. If I take them out, I would pretty much be eliminating her from the bedroom. So I have to be careful with what I do. So yeah, so this came in. We have to do the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to try and get that done this weekend coming up. Hopefully Saturday, possibly Sunday. So if you haven't seen that video, the 1,000 subscriber video giveaway, please go to that, watch it, comment in the comment section the things that I ask you to do, so that you can be entered. We're up to 1,018 subscribers when I looked this morning. I haven't looked the rest of the day today, but everyone's getting on me because they want to see what I got at the BNRE. So I'm going to show you. And then we'll do a separate video on a few things. I got 2 enclosures. Okay, so we're going to do, I'll show them to you real quick. I'm not going to talk about them very long because we're going to do a complete video on just these enclosures and the people that are selling them through the company that they have, that they're selling them through. So we're going to stop here. I will show those to you real quick, and then we'll get on with the living creatures. Okay, so first, I don't know dimensions of these. I didn't ask and I didn't measure them. I'm going to guess. This is probably 6 or 7 inches tall by either 3 by 3, 3 this way, 3 this way, or 4 by 4, one or the other. These are done 2 different ways. You can have the top, this longer part up top with the vent on that for stuff like Avix, Caribbean versicolors, Ebear porus, the animals that will go up higher and web up higher. So you could, so it would sit like this with the vent up top. So, if the tarantula's up here in a web, you can just take this bottom part off, put a feeder in there, put it back on without ruining the webbing. They didn't have any of those at the show. They just had this one. So I picked it up. I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to put in this, but I may just put it away for now and use it for the Tigis. Oops. Oh, you guys didn't know that. Well, you'll see that one in a minute. Or I'll end up putting the other Simulpaeus armenia in here, the one that I already had that I transferred into a different enclosure that's in pre-molt right now. But the piece of bark that I put in there, because I sprayed the whole entire enclosure down, ended up getting a little bit of mold on it over the course of the last couple days. So I put some isopods in there hoping that they will get rid of that stuff for me. So this, okay, and the company, it's a partnership between two guys, very, very, very nice people. The company's called Dreamco Plastics. I spent my time with Kevin, and my brother spent his time with Don. Asked a lot of questions. They gave us a lot of information. They're doing some really, really cool things. And you can see down here is their email address, and then the .com for the www.dreamcoplastics.com. I will start linking these guys in videos. I'm trying to work with them, trying to promote their stuff, maybe try to help them make a few improvements for tarantulas. Because there's already one thing I see with this one, and I'll talk to them about that. But this other enclosure that I'll show you. But again, really, really nice guys. So what am I going to get from them? Well, the deal is we're going to talk about this a little bit more. I want to get some history about the company so that I can do a justifiable video with them and have the correct information, how long they've been doing it. I do know a few facts from them. I'll just give you tidbits. They worked with, I don't remember their names, actually. The 2 guys from Tanked, if you guys watch that show, the ones that build all kinds of different aquariums. So they got a laser etcher, and I think they got that indirectly through those 2 guys. from they got a hold of somebody and got them in touch with the president of the people that makes this laser etcher. I don't know if the laser actually cuts the acrylic or just does the etching, but they can etch your name or etch your emblem or etch the genus and species name or whatever the name of the animal that goes in the enclosure's name. They have a lot of things they can do. They can put holes in other than the vents, because the Balfours, I don't want to have those metal mesh vents. I want to have just regular drilled holes. So, you know, we'll go over what I'm going to make that custom make. So what's going to happen is they're going to make that for me, and then I'm just going to pay to ship it here. So, you know, I try to promote these guys because they're wonderful guys. They do make good stuff. So, I've seen some of their other enclosures. I've seen what they had there. They have beautiful arboreal enclosures, and they'll custom make stuff for you. You know, you can get a hold of them, talk to them. Their prices are really, really good, and they have a really good deal with FedEx on shipping. So they'll be able to get you a little bit better price than some of the other places will probably be able to get you. So yeah, we'll talk more into detail about these guys in a future video coming up, hopefully sometime this week. So here is the enclosure I got from them. Now, both of these that I got, I paid for full price. I wanted to do that because I wanted them to know that I was sincere, and I wanted to review the enclosure, and I have the perfect spire that you'll see to go in this one. I want to say this is 10 by 10, probably 5 inches tall. So the spire to go in here doesn't need much substrate, just a little bit, and it just needs stuff to anchor webbing on. So yeah, so it's a nice enclosure. It's got 2 hasps here. You can put a lock through, or a lot of people can, you know, you can get a pin that goes from this one to this one and put it in there so that they don't pop open. Everything is professionally done. You can see no glue marks. You can see a little bit of the marks down in where they welded or whatever they used to, the acrylic weld or whatever, to get these things to go together. So yeah, so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of these, the vents. I mean, I've seen some tarantulas chew through them, but these seem to be probably stainless steel, so they're probably less likely for them to chew through. But it's not the fact of them chewing through it as much as them trying to chew through it and getting their fangs stuck and breaking it. But we'll put some more holes in this. We'll drill some. So yeah, so that's the start. So let's get into the cool stuff. Okay, so everything that I got is still in the enclosure or deli cup or whatever that I got them in. I didn't get home till late Sunday night. It was after 10:30, and then I had to get right back in the car and drive back to Bradford today. So we went from Buffalo back to Erie to Bradford, Pennsylvania, back to Erie. Got about 5 or 6 hours sleep, got back in the car, drove back to Bradford, got back home today at 7 o'clock. So nothing has been transferred. A couple of them won't be for specific reasons. These are orange head tarantulas. Or yeah, orange head tarantulas. That's what these are. Did you know that roaches are actually tarantulas? These are orange head roaches. I want to say there's a dozen in here. I think I got these for $7 or $8. Something different. I got them because it says orange, and I'm addicted to orange. So, yeah, just a different type of roach. We'll try and breed these. We won't use these as feeders. We'll put them in something obscure, put them off to the side, and it'll get warm here in the next couple weeks. So it'll be plenty warm enough for them to grow and get bigger and reproduce. So hopefully we'll have babies by the end of the year. So that's one thing. The other non-interesting thing, I don't think anybody's going to think these things are interesting. You know, roaches aren't all that interesting, but I don't know if any of these will even be out. Nope, doesn't look like it. Earlier there was tons of them out. This is an isopod culture. You can see them moving the leaves, walking around underneath there. Let's see if we can see them. Yeah, there's one right there. So there's a lot of juveniles. There's a few babies, and there's a handful of adults. I think 2 dozen in here. So we're going to try and expand upon this, use these guys as a starter colony for these guys. So they'll be kept damp. We'll use some vermiculite, the dirt. I I'd rather have regular dirt for these guys, because there's the stuff in the dirt is stuff that they need, stuff that's breaking down. So leaf litter, potato, just a small potato. You can throw dead crickets and stuff in here, and they'll eliminate all that stuff. But yeah, I'm hoping to get this by the end of this year, to have this culture at 200 or 300, and then we'll use these for. The babies can be used for feeders for small slings. They're really good for that. They're no different really than roaches, to be honest with you. But these need to be kept damp, and they need to be kept dark and cool. So we'll set something up. We'll put it in the closet where it's a little bit cooler, and just kind of check them once a week, make sure that they're damp and they have leaf litter and stuff to eat. Okay, so those are the two things that are live that aren't the most interesting things. Again, I only paid $5 for these, and anything that I bought there was money from the PayPal me account that people donated. So thank you to those people that did. I think there was a total of 4 people so far that have donated, and I appreciate that. I will do the Patreon page soon, because people said that they want to donate, but they don't have a PayPal account, which, you can probably just use your credit card, but I understand all that stuff, so it's not that big of a deal. I appreciate the gesture, and but they did say they would set something up with Patreon if I did that, so we'll probably look at that soon. I just got to get everything taken care of here first. So okay, let's get into the stuff that I got. Oops. See, that's me not being able to move right, bumping the tripod. So the first 4 things that you're going to see are things that I did the deal with for with Ruth, for mostly reptiles. And while I'm on that, we'll real quick. Here's Ruth's card. Her and Vaughn, her husband. These are just everybody's people. They are great people. Very generous, very kind, very knowledgeable. They will talk to you. They are just super, super people. Been friends with Ruth for a few years. I just met Vaughn last year at the Expo, but he talked to my brother about his problems with his snake that he has. Oh, by the way, Trey, I forgot to get a hold of you, but he did find one of those Nelson or Puebloan milk snakes. He can't get it to eat, but he does have one. So he kind of gave him ideas of what to do, because he's tried everything and the snake just won't eat. So I gave her 5 Aphanipomas, 2 pair, so Simanis and Hensais, and then I gave her my beautiful Aphanipomo gabelli as kind of a gift. I just want her to have it because she likes to breed things, and it helps her if she can get stuff bred, because then she has stuff to sell. So, and I think she's a big Aphanipomo fan too. So, okay, so back to this little dude. This is going to be attempt number 7 with these. I've had 6 of these. I have not had one get past 1.5 inches. This is an arboreal species, which, again, I'm not an arboreal fan, but I did want to try these because they remind me so much of pulchers, and I just love the coloring. This is a Taphanecenius gigas. Very, very small. 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit more. Skinny little butt. Got to find small things for it to eat. So we have to get another fruit fly culture and some small crickets tomorrow or the next day. So that's on my agenda. Okay, so the next thing for the trade was this little dude that is actually very, very active. Keeps crawling up to the top, coming back down. And I think these are the tattoo ink pots. I think that's what that is for a water dish. She just got a leaf in there for it to hide under. It's not dug, which it should do, because that's generally what they do. But this is a Serrata Jar Starlingy sling. A little, probably 3/4 of an inch to an inch long. Yeah, love this species. Just I love my female, so I needed to get another one. I actually kind of hope this one's a male, so I can make little babies like this with my female. So, okay, so the next part of our little deal, put these up here so I don't bump them. Oh, and you're actually down. We'll have to look at this way, because I am not lifting lid off. This guy is absolutely insane. This is a Harpactira namaquiensis. I don't know the common name, so forgive me. Another baboon. Well, of course, I only have the Harpactira pulchri, so it's the second Harpactira that I have. I don't really have plans of getting any more. I know there's some cool ones. Tom Rand's got some really cool ones that he got from Fear Not Tarantulas, but I'm more into the Tarantula I am these, but nobody had any Tarantula I didn't have, and I didn't get an OBT sling, so I'm just going to have to breed my female and have slings that way. I did see them there, but I didn't get any. So, yeah, Harpactira amaquiensis. I believe this is the one that gets the largest out of the Harpactira genus. So if you remember the cube enclosure that I showed you, this is what's going to go in it. She's actually, it's a female, actually pretty placid right now. She hasn't moved. It's not a tarantula. A lot of people, you would think looking at it right away, oh, maybe it's a Neoholothelli insei, but no, it's not that. It's not a Davus peniloris. It's not even a tarantula. This is a megalomorph, the suborder of megalomorph, and the family name I couldn't really pronounce. So it begins with a P. It has two I's in it, and it ends in a DAE. I don't remember it off the top of my head. So these things I have to write down. And I do that I'm starting to do that more in the notes section of the Tarantula app so that I can just go to that. The problem is that when I film, the Tarantula app's on my phone, so I really can't look it up. But this is a Caganovatus or something to that effect. The long first name. It's almost like Acanthoscuria, but it's not Acanthoscuria. It's close to that. It's like Acanototus or something like that. A Frankie. Let's just call it that. This is a funnel web spider, a South American species from Chile. So it's Chilean gold dust, female. I think these get about 4 or 5 inches. They are not tarantulas. They web the living crap out of things. They don't burrow. So that's what's going to go in that cube, and she'll be able to live there her whole life. So that whole thing will be just a big bundle of web. I can't wait. I can't wait till I get her in there. So we'll get some cool looking sticks, thin sticks and stuff like that to give her some decor in there to anchor her web to and let her do her thing. So those are the 4 things that I traded for. Now I will stop here and I will show you the things that she gave me as gifts. I say gifts because it was multiple and it was only supposed to be one because she said gift. So when I hear gift, I only expected one, and I didn't expect anything of what she gave me. So let's get on with that. Okay, so the first one, see how this painting is working out? It's such a great backdrop. I love it. This is very, very dull looking right now. She is in, or he is in pre-molt. Very, very dark abdomen, and I'll show you that in a second. We should be able to open this lid because this one's pretty placid. This was a new import. There's I would say probably less than 100 of these floating around the United States. They are kind of rare. Austin Spears had a handful of these that he was selling. I don't know if Ruth got them from Austin or if she got them from someplace else, but these were imported as one thing, and actually they found out that they weren't. So they were imported as a Phonopelma lanceolatum, and they're not. They are Stichoplastosis species Nicaragua. So they're a Nicaraguan tarantula. So you'll see this girl or guy in the Nicaraguan part of the tarantula collection tour worldwide. But let's take a look at her. See if we can get this thing open. I always struggle with this for some odd reason, getting these things open. I don't know why. It's like hinged on the back, but I don't know how to open it up from the front. So there the little one is. And you can see how dark the abdomen is. So, and this one also is pedipulpless. There are no pedipulps on this one. I don't know if Ruth knew that or not because she didn't mention it, but so hopefully this one will molt soon and be okay. The pedipulps will hopefully come back and we won't have any problems because we already have the Sednoctimus brachyremosa that doesn't have pedipulps, so I have to pre-kill everything for that one. But yeah, we'll find out. It shouldn't be long before this one molts, so hopefully it'll get through it okay, and we'll get pedipulps back. So this is one of the 3 gifts that she gave me. And this was the second or the last one that she actually gave me. The first one she gave me is coming up. So when she handed these to me, that was the last one that she handed to me. And the reason she gave me that one is because I didn't realize she had them on her site, and I kind of missed that, I guess. So I had mentioned from a post from a different friend that I'll have to look at getting one because they are kind of rare to the hobby. They're not super rare. It's not like there's not any of them in the hobby, but okay, getting these open is really, really freaking out these spiders. So let's see if you guys can figure out what this one is. Some of you might know right off the bat. Some of you probably won't, because the first thing that comes up when you see a spider that looks like this is Brachypelma vagans. It's a red rump, and then you can go into the Brachypelma sabulosum, or the quote-unquote Cercopelma angustum, which we don't really believe is in the hobby. And then you can go to the Cercopelma rubronitans. So you can go over a bunch of things, but if you know the Brachypelma genus, you'll know that this is definitely a Brachypelma based on the carapace. The raised part in the front behind, or the ocular area, and then the foveal groove there where you can see the triangle kind of goes to, and then that that area, that kind of, and Brachypelma have wider or longer? Wider. As this one will grow, I think the carapace of this one will get wider versus longer. I can never remember that between them and a Faunopelma. One's longer and one's fatter. So this is a Brachypelma callenbergi, juvenile, young, unsexed. So probably the minute that it walked through this door last night, it turned into a male if it was a female before. So hopefully we'll get lucky. I don't expect to, just because of my luck with Brachypelma. But not a cheap spider. Again, this is a personal collection of hers. Something that she wanted me to have. I don't have one, so that's really kind of cool that I don't have one. So it's another Brachypelma to add to the list. I just have to do a update to the Mexican tour video, because there's another one from Mexico that's going to be coming up next, and that was the huge gift that she gave me. We'll see if that one's going to be cooperative or not, because so far it has not been with me. It wants to crawl out of the thing that it's in, and it's not very tall, so it can mount, climb the side really, really quick. I've actually had to put my hand in front of it a couple times. It does not particularly like the feel of skin so far. So hopefully when I open this one, that one will sit still. So let me get that one, and I think you guys are going to be really, really excited about this one. I know I was. Okay, so I had to stop because I forgot this one. I could probably take the lid off this one too, if I can get them off. They're so difficult. Ooh. There we go. Most of you will know what this is just by looking at it. This is a vinegaroon. I think this is in the tailless whip scorpion family. Again, tailless whip scorpion is just a common name, so yeah, I'd have to do a little bit of research on the actually family and class of these things, and then figure out the family and class and order of the Damon diademas, and see if they're kind of in the same thing. But this is just a young juvenile, roughly about 2 inches long. Can't wait to get this one in something different, and give it a little hide for it, and it'll probably burrow some of that out, and hopefully we'll get some good videos of this one eating. So yeah, something that I've wanted before and just kind of held back on, but Ruth assured me that these do really well in captivity. These are wild caught though, the ones that she had, so I don't know how long she's had these ones. So quarantined was already done, I assume, so you don't have to worry about anything. I didn't see anything in the substrate or on the animal that would lead me to believe that there's any kind of parasites or anything. So this is just something different. Again, this is the only really different thing that I got other than the funnel web spider for the collection. I didn't get any scorpions, I didn't get any centipedes, I didn't get any manises, didn't get any beetles or assassin bugs or anything like that. Just this little dude, or gal. You got to get your little thing in there so that I can close this without. Now these guys will emit a toxin from their back end that is a deterrent or a defense mechanism for them that smells like vinegar. So it's very acrid kind of a smell, and probably doesn't taste very well. So anything that tries to eat it will get that in its mouth first and not want to eat it. And hopefully, for the animal's sake, that whatever was trying to eat it didn't get an opportunity to actually really munch down. So let me get the big thing down, and again, I'm not sure we're going to be able to take the lid off, but we're going to do our best. So I have to let her, yes, I said her. This is a female, Mexican species. I have a Brachypelma female that's not a vagans or an albopilosum. Confirmed female. This is from Ruth's personal collection. She raised this thing up from a small sling, so she's skittish, very, very skittish, and she wants out of this thing in the worst way. So I assume when I take this off, she's going to want to try and climb out. But there she is. We're not going to leave this lid off for very long. This is a sub-adult or probably an adult. See, get back down there. This is what I've gone through this for 3 or 4 different times today. She just sits still, and then all of a sudden she wants to come out. So Brachypelma hamori, female. We got to get her in something tomorrow, something that's bigger and deeper, so she's not trying to get out, because she's trying to dig in here, and there's not a lot for her to dig in. So why are they still in these? I didn't get home till late last night, 10:30 on Sunday night, from the Buffalo Reptile Expo, and then going down to Bradford, watching a 9-inning baseball game, going to dinner, driving back home, getting my stuff from my parents, getting my car, coming back home. All I did was unpack everything and put it on my desk. So, and then today I got right back up again and drove to Bradford again. I don't know if I mentioned this already in the video. If I did, I apologize. And then getting home at 7:30 tonight. I didn't eat dinner till almost 10 after 8, and I wanted to do this because everybody wants to see this stuff. So I'm gonna try and, before I go to sleep, I'm gonna compact all these clips, get them ready to upload, and as they're uploading on YouTube, I can actually go to sleep, and then the video will be up in the morning. Okay, so the last 2 things that I got, where are they? Oh, here you are. Okay, so real quick story. Arachnoiden was there. Very, very popular new seller on. I don't know how long he's been selling online, but he's done a lot of imports and a lot of obscure animals. A lot of they're all tarantulas. A lot of rare animals, stuff that you just don't see every day. You know, no offense to anybody, but stuff that you're not going to see at Pelt Friction or at Fear Not Tarantulas, or, you know, I don't know about, you know, Tangled in Webs and Tarantula Canada. I know Tarantula Canada gets some really, really odd things in it. And, you know, in the Europe spiders, the TSS, right, the spider shop, they get some obscure stuff too. So a lot of stuff may be not all that rare there, but they're not found here in the States very often. And I have 2 tarantulas that are on my wish list, the top of my wish list. There's other ones that I would like to have, but they're kind of pricey. And no, it's not the T. Celedonia or the P. Solaris. It's not one of those 2. They have Theraphosina species Columbia, which is similar to Theraphosina species Panama. Just gorgeous tarantulas, but $250, $300 a piece. Dwarf species. I had no idea how old they are. You know, I could have brought them home as a male and it would have matured in a day. Well, not in a day, but, you know, a couple months as a male. So I didn't want to get into all that. I didn't want to spend that kind of money on one tarantula, but very, very cool. But my 2 top wish list spiders. So if you're thinking about buying me anything for my birthday, just think about these 2. Just kidding. But the Santa Catalina, so the Sericopelma Santa Catalina was one of the tops of my list. That one and the Megaphoboma messimisalis. Neither one more than the other. They didn't have the messimisalis, but they did have Santa Catalina. And I held it in my hand, same exact deli cup as this. I opened it up. You know, they didn't have a price on it, which they have price on most things. So I really can't get on them too much, but a lot of things they didn't have prices on, and that is very, very agitating when they were packed with people, and you're trying to talk to. I think he was eating, and it was just her that was there. So I think they're husband and wife. That's my assumption. So she's trying to look stuff up on her phone because I'm asking about some obscure Formictopus species that Tom Moran recommended, and, you know, some other stuff I was looking at, different Cereopagopus animals or species, different, you know, from the Haplopelma, Lampropelma, or the Omithymus, so any of that stuff, you know, that a lot of different Asian species. They did have Ornithoctinae, or not Ornithoctinae, Orphanaicus species Quazon. I didn't know a lot about them. A little bit more than what I would have spent on something I didn't know anything about. So I did like it because it looks just like Cheeto except for dark, and it was probably about an inch and a quarter. So it was a decent size tarantula. I think they wanted like $85 for it, which wasn't too bad of a price, but I didn't know much about it, so I didn't want to deal with that. I didn't want to buy something I didn't have an idea of. Not that I didn't have an idea of what I'd do with it, but I didn't have any clue on, I didn't know anything about them, so I didn't want to do it. But I didn't buy the Santa Catalina, and the reason that I didn't, because the price was $125, which wasn't that big of a deal because they are very rare. So that wasn't the issue. The issue was when I was holding it, there was a gut instinct that was telling me that I'm holding a male tarantula, and I just decided not to get it. So I got two things for $17 less than what that was. And again, this stuff was all from PayPal me account donations. So again, thanks to those people that did it. I'm not naming any names because I wouldn't want to be named if I did it. So this one here is a Sericopelma, and you don't see these very often. I actually, first time I saw one was a couple months ago. Someone on Rack the Boards had posted, and I was like, what? You know, it was kind of like a guess this species, and we were going through all kinds of different things. I mean, you know, Chase Campbell, and I don't know if Chad was guessing, Tom Patterson was guessing, and, you know, we were going through all the different Sericopelma because we had a feeling it was Sericopelma, but we never got to this one. And then she said what it was, and we're like, are you sure? She said I got them from Arachnoid, or she got them from Jose Barrios, I think. I can't remember. But so when I saw this, because I looked up the spider, I thought, oh, this is pretty cool looking. So when I saw this, I for $49 I had to get it, and hopefully it doesn't want to walk on us because this one's kind of Sericopelma are very flighty. My Rubronitins are crazy animals. There is the little one right there, and you can see the pink bands. No, they're like tan, really. They're not really pink on the legs. The Rubronitins have those too. This is a Sericopelma melanatarsum. So I don't have pictures of an adult, and I don't want to copy pictures from Google. I don't like doing that. So unfortunately, you're going to have to go look yourself. I will put the name of this in the description so you can see it if you want to go look at adults, see what they look like. Yeah, so this is what they call in Europe as a grown-on sling. So this is about 1.25 inches, maybe a little bit more. Typical Sericopelma, Megaphoboma, kind of, you know, that genus has these long legs. My Rubronitins do as well. Yeah, so it's a very leggy little sling, but she had 4 or 5 of these, and I looked at every single one of them. This one was the most active of them, and it wasn't the smallest. That was the second smallest out of all of them. So again, you have no idea what sex they are, but this one felt right to me, so I got it. So that's one of them. The next one is, I have not seen this on sale anywhere in eons, and I don't even remember if I have ever seen these for sale, honestly. You know, because I deal with mostly fear not tarantulas and you know, net bug in the beginning. You know, when I first started doing them, so net bug, fear not tarantulas. I've done some work with pelt frictions. Well, just one deal with pelt frictions. And you know, people that have, you know, John Sanchez that I've dealt with, just different people that have bred, and being on the Facebook groups, you get to see a lot of this stuff. I have not seen this one for sale anywhere, and I'm by no means am a Pamphibedius fan. And Kat right now, she knows what this is. So I didn't get the Marshall. So between the two of us, she's going to be the only one that has one. There's other people that have one. I know that Edward Tyndall has, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 of them. I don't know. But this one here, I've not really seen for sale. And again, I am not a Pamphibedius fan. I think the males look cool. It would be cool to have a purple spider for a little while till it, you know, and when it matures, it turns purple and then it dies, which is kind of depressing. So I'm not huge into that. So the Ecuadorian species, I believe, is if I'm right. Again, I'm not a Pamphibedius expert by no means, but the ones that have the Christmas tree patterns on them, you know, those are the ones that will get colorful as males and have a little bit of color as females, but then just turn into a big brown spider as females. And not that I don't mind big brown spiders, but you know, I mean, how many big brown spiders can you have in one same genus that they're all looking pretty much the same to me? So this one is different. This is the Pamphibedius antenaeus. So the CF means compared. There's nothing to compare it to. So I think the CF is confer, if I'm right. So basically, they think it's this, but they didn't have anything to compare it to. So this is what it is. So these are black. So they're black Pamphibedius. They had a immature female there, roughly about 6 inches, maybe 5.5. Gorgeous, absolutely black as you can with a few little streaks here or there, and I wished I should have took a picture of that one because it was just absolutely stunning. I had absolutely no reserves about this. They had 5 of these, and I did eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So I hope my meeny, miny, mo, the mo was a female, but we'll find out. They did have a female. I could have spent $45 and got a confirmed female. I'm not saying that they don't know what they're doing, but you know, as an 1 1/4 inch thing, sometimes I get reservations about people sexing them at that point. Now, again, they're very sexable at that point if you have the right equipment to do it. But let's take a look at this one. And this one is active. It likes to try and crawl out. So you look at it and you see the distinctive hair, and it's already dark. So you know, it's black. It's a black spider. So you know, for those of us that enjoy that deep, dark black in tarantulas, this is definitely one for you. Probably one of the biggest all black ones you'll find. So I had to get it. It was $55. So I was happy to find this. Again, I don't see these. You know, the people that I watch on YouTube, all the friends that I have, I don't know anybody that has this. I don't know anybody had the last one, the Cercopelma melanotarsum. So they're kind of new to me. And new to, you know, stuff that I haven't seen on other people's channels. The Stichoplastis species Nicaragua is another one. I do think that Edward has a couple of those. I don't think they're as rare as he thought they were, but they are kind of rare. This one is missing a leg, as you can see. The back, if you're looking at it this way, we have the back right leg. So hopefully the next molt will get it through, but without any problem. We'll get a new leg back there. At this size, it should be normal with one molt. Maybe skinny for one molt, and then get normal on the second one. But yeah, really excited about this one. Really excited about this one. So we're going to get softball enclosure for this guy, and then I hope I have another softball enclosure for the Cercopelma, because the Cercopelma is actually a little bit bigger. But again, they're not super fast growers. These ones, this guy will, or this girl. So yeah, that's what I got. That's the gist of it. That's basically everything. So I'll pause you, and then we'll wrap this up and recap everything. Okay, so again, Ruth and Vaughn from Mostly Reptiles, Dawn and Kevin from Dreamco Plastics. I talked to them for quite a long time. Pretty cool. I don't know why I have this. Oh, this is the lady that had all the different inverts in the back. She had tons of tarantulas. She had some nice ones, and you know, she had some nice different enclosures. They like to hold their Phosospermi at the shows. She had a big, huge Asian forest scorpion crawling on her. No fear of any of the animals. So she's really good. She's the one that had the hot scorpions. She did tell me that if I wanted Egyptian predatory beetles, that she would try and import them. I would just be afraid of what she would charge me for them, because I see, you know, the cost of I think this is the right person. I may be completely wrong with this one. I don't know why I have this one. I thought this was the one in the back, but might not be. Don't know. So yeah, so let's just recap. Vaughn and Ruth, Mostly Reptiles. Kevin and Dawn from the Dreamco Plastics. This says Christopher Stockna. I'll have to go on the website and see if that's the same place as what I'm thinking of. They had the Hottentotas, the Hottentota, but I see like their logo is geckos and stuff, and they didn't have any of that stuff there. They were all inverts. This might be somebody completely different. Somebody may give me their card and I didn't even remember why. So yeah. Oh, I wonder if those are the people that gave me the orange head roaches. I think those are the ones that I bought the orange head roaches off. And now that I think about it, I thought I grabbed the card from that lady in the back, but maybe I didn't. So yeah, so 8 new tarantulas, right? 1 megalomorph, the funnel web spider, 1 vinegaroon, orange head roaches, the isopods, the beautiful new painting, the 2 new enclosures, over 1,000 subscribers, almost to 1,020 already. We'll get that video done this weekend, I promise. I have to write down everybody's names so I can put them in the randomizer and then have that all set and ready to go when we do the video. So the video will be filmed of the randomizer going off. It will not be live. I'm not doing no live videos. I don't know how it'll stream from here. You know, we're iffy sometimes with the data usage here, the uploads, and I mean, our upload speed's not bad for what we have, but it can be better. Just what they want to charge me to make it better is just unfreaking real, because I already think we're spending probably $70 more a month than what I think the cable's even worth. But yeah, so yeah, that's where we're at. So I gotta stop talking, stop this video, get it uploaded tonight. So and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed all the things that I got, and look forward to seeing them here in the near future. Just a couple real quick updates. The Lasiodora paribana molted, confirmed female. She got some length to her. She's a good 5 inches or more now. My smaller of the 2 ornithoctony species louse molted. Kai, don't know the sex because the molt is still in the webbing area of where she likes to hide. I didn't check anybody yesterday, which is probably the first time in a long time that I didn't actually check anybody. I didn't have time, and I have yet to check anybody today. So I don't know if there's any other molts that's gone on. Hopefully everybody's okay. We'll be doing some watering and some feeding. My Pisotherius obfusca female was out just a while ago, really skinny. I thought she molted, but I checked and she didn't. So we're going to try and feed her. I thought she was going into pre-molt. That's why she built her little tunnel, but apparently I was wrong. So Fuscas, the highlands are generally a thinner abdomen species. So you think like they're starving all the time, but they are usually pretty thin. Yeah, so I got to get some crickets tomorrow because I need some tiny ones for these tiny slings because they didn't have any crickets at that show at all. None, zero, zip, zilch. I can go through my red runners and find a bunch of nymphs, I guess, and try to use those, but yeah. I need to get fruit flies too, so I might as well just go to the store and get them. I need to check the red fang, since we're only down to 1. See how that one's doing. The Dolichophylla diamentinensis. That one's a very important spider to me, so I want to make sure that one makes it through. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm done talking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks again for subscribing. You know, if you haven't hit the bell and you want to get notifications when I upload, hit that notification bell. Give me a comment down below what you think. Any kind of names that you like to throw in the mix for any of these tarantulas. I have a couple ideas for the Brachypelma hamori. I think I've narrowed it down to a handful. But we'll see. I got to go over them again. I'm just too tired to even think of what. I wrote a couple of them down, but the other ones I didn't, so I probably won't remember them. And then tomorrow we got to get some rehousing done. So I got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do. So I can make a million videos this week if I wanted to. I just have to get the ambition to do it. So yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see everybody in the next video. Bye bye.